It's time now for some real education. Taddeo Gaddi was a medieval Italian painter and architect from Florence. He was a member of Giotto's workshop from 1313 to 1337. According to Giorgio Vasari, he was considered Giotto's most talented pupil. In 1347, he was placed at the top in a list of Florence's most renowned painters.
Yeah, and this is Christmas week. In fact, this is the last day of Christmas week that will be coming to you. So we're going to take the next couple of days off to celebrate the holiday. So our last instant classics for you. And so I wanted to take a moment here and show you a different kind of Christmas image. Take a look at the picture here. Now this is, again, Taddeo Gaddi. He is a fairly obscure painter from the early Renaissance, late medieval, early Renaissance period. The fact that he worked in the studio of Giotto, who is really, in many ways, that first painter who left, he kind of strides between the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. By the time Giotto got done painting, you had Renaissance art on the way. To be a student in the workshop of Giotto is really a great recommendation for Taddeo Gaddi. And if you look at this picture here, it's actually called The Annunciation to the Shepherds. It is a fresco, which is an interesting kind of painting. It's not oil on canvas. It's not painted on wood like many medieval paintings were. This is actually a painting done on wet plaster. You would put wet plaster, fresh, beautiful, pristine plaster on a wall of a church in this case, and then while it was still wet, you would paint quickly the scene so that when it dried, the paint just absorbed right into the wall itself. Quite beautiful. Hard to do. You got to be able to paint quick. And Gaddi here has a wonderful picture. Notice at the top you've got the angel of the Lord in a beautiful orange cloud, and he is in the process, Gabriel, of beginning to announce to the shepherds the good news. You can see the rocky mountains, the rocky hills, I should say, of Jerusalem, of the desert territory around. This is, of course, he's taking this from an Italian landscape, but he's trying to give you a sense of the wilderness, out in the wilderness, away from the city, where the shepherds abide with their flocks by night. And what I love about the image is that they're waking, right? That you see the sheep below, and you see the dogs whose job it is to help the shepherds protect, and you see the shepherds waking up to the good news, right? The great good news that in the city of David, a Savior is born. And it is for a painting that was made well over 700 years ago, there's something quite lovely about the rolling hills, that beautiful orange cloud where the angel of the Lord is about to make his announcement. And I love how the shepherds almost blend into the landscape. They're wearing the same color robes as the hill that we see there. It's kind of and then at the lowest level you got the sheep. This is before you really got, Renaissance painters got really good at depth, right? Point of perspective. So it's a fairly flat canvas, and you can see how relatively crude this is. His master, Giotto, Gaddi's master, was beginning to create paintings that had incredible depth, but here you don't have it. You just have the dogs at the bottom, you have the shepherds in the middle, and you have the angel at the top, and they all look like they occupy the same plane in the picture. It would be a quick transition to the Renaissance from here.